warm welcome to all of you to the 7th edition of the ET Now Best Brands Conclave and Awards 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, now this year's theme is very, very pertinent. We're talking about from vision to impact, the best brands of tomorrow. And this particular theme encapsulates how brands are preparing for the future while staying deeply rooted to their values. This evening, we have the presence of none other than Mr. K.V. Sridhar, the Global Chief Creative Officer of Nihilint Limited. Please help me welcome on stage our very, very esteemed chief guest for the evening, Mr. K.V. Sridhar, aka Pops.
Branding is not about mentioning and then creating awareness, and it is all about the reason why people remember you. The reason why people pay more money for your brand is because they have an emotional connect. That's the only reason why they pay premium. If brands do not command premium, you are not a brand. You are a product again and a commodity again. So what makes people shell out that little extra money is what the businesses run on. And businesses run because of products become brands, and brand command a premium position in people's life, and then therefore command a premium price. If you erode that, no business can sustain itself. So that's the importance of building brands. Brands and ideas live for a long time. It's not a film which will go viral, it's the ideas which go viral.
Panel discussion coming up for all of you. Now, for those who are wondering what's the theme of our panel, this is where we'll actually get to hear from the leaders as to what makes a brand the best brand.
So I'll start with you, Ajay. What is the role that a brand plays in this category, which is where there is probably the least amount of product knowledge with the consumer? It's not a flauntable, brand in that sense, and cost, of course, tends to become a very integral part of the decision-making process in a purchase decision.
The real reason somebody who's 35, who's building the home, is because it is a core demonstration of their competence and building of their identity for people around them. Now, if something that is so core to your identity and is so full of meaning for you, I think brands definitely have a role to play. The brand plays that much more important role in making sure that the biggest project of their life, the biggest decision within that, goes right.
And if I was to ask the same question to you, Vishal, how does brand matter when buying an insurance policy? Or is it just about returns and savings and tax savings and cost of the premium which dictates a purchase?
So where the brand matters for the customer, obviously is this insurance brand trustworthy? And are they going to survive that long, right? And will they settle the claim for me? So our tagline, Sarotha ke Jio, moves away the conversation from slightly, conversations around mortality, morbidity, and all of that, and speaks about financial independence and the ability to, stand up and be self-reliant. I think that also, from a consumer standpoint, makes a difference.
So Rajit, at L'Oreal, how do you keep yourself relevant to your consumers, given that the range of brands that you sell, you don't really sell to one cohort, and you sell to different cohorts, and yet you're a relevant brand to all of those cohorts. So how do you navigate that?
Innovation and being product-centric and consumer-centric is at core for us. So for the last 115 years, there's one thing that L'Oreal truly invests in is innovation. And I think that's where L'Oreal pretty much has the edge when it comes to understanding the consumer, understanding what product really works. I think the second thing that is very interesting with L'Oreal is what we call internally, be relevant with the speed of culture. And speed of culture is about the way consumer is moving in the industry, the consumer is looking at trends, and if you're not going to stay relevant to what consumers are looking for, then you may just become a very old traditional organization.
Let's also invite our next speaker on stage, and this is where we will deep dive into understanding, balancing growth, innovation, and brand loyalty. So let's find out the formula for long-term success. I'd like to please invite Vivek Abrol, Chief Executive Officer, Consumer Business, FMEG at RR Cable, to please come on stage.
We confuse between brand versus marketing. Brand specifically is what of the brand, right? Whereas marketing is how of it. How is marketing solving really, from the media efficiency level, from the action in the market, etc. And I think one important aspect which has also been talked about is how does brand really move from the zone of just brand management to really the brand loyalty, right? And that's too much of consumer insighting work, really going back and understanding what makes the brand, both from the functional and the emotive space, and that's the right space to be in. The other important part, the ingredient, is the innovation, right? Now, this is something, sometimes it is looked upon as an isolated function, but I think it's very much ingrained. If the core philosophy of the brand and innovation gels around, it also helps in building the brand equity over a period of time. And then the brand becomes more relevant, not just at a static state, but also as it moves to the next stage. And both of that really helps in getting to the growth driver, which we call as multiplier effect.
We will now quickly set the stage for a very feisty topic coming your way. We're talking about from experience to impact, and this is where we're focusing on building a memorable brand journey.
Quick question to you, Sujay. For MSME specifically, what comes first, revenue or brand experience?
What I feel is that, of course, for an MSME, I believe revenue, numbers come first. That's a no-brainer in my mind. But I don't think that we should be so myopic about the fact that since we are an MSME, we must not consider brand creation or brand building at all. If you continue to do the smaller things, for that matter, in a very interesting manner for the consumer, you are in a certain way creating that brand. Being consistent in the quality of the product, the way you deliver the product, being consistent in the way you talk to the consumers, even if it's on an organic social post for that matter, being consistent in your after sales, just picking up, ensuring that a customer service is actually fulfilled and managed. These are all ways in which you are able to create a brand. Being very clear about, what you are, who you are, and how you will deliver it, which is the purpose of the brand largely. You will be ready when the cash flows actually allow you to do it.
How do we create those experiences which are sales-driven, ROI-driven for a B2B business?
See, brand building is not a very easy thing to get the money for, whether it's a small business or it's a large business, especially if it's not a B2C business. While for B2C we all talk about digital integration, digital first, etc., etc. I think B2B now also needs to see it in a similar way, where digital shouldn't be a choice. It should be more like mandatory. You need to have a good website. You need to clearly call out the things that you are promoting. Have more hyper-personalized conversations. Things that can be made specific to a particular client, a particular business. Then eventually the kind of returns I think that even a B2B business can look out for, both in terms of the short-term results, which can be very immediate, something that can give you quick leads and maybe conversion over the time, to something which can give you, maybe a more warmer lead that you can look at converting over the time period. And then eventually something that's, if it's hyper-personalized, it definitely has some impact in the minds of consumers.
I'd like to please invite on stage Anurag Kedia, co-founder and director, Pilgrim, to please come on stage and share his thoughts as we uncover the DNA of best brands.
This is our take on how new age brands will get built. This is slightly different from how old brands have been built and legacy brands have been built. So we think 3 key skills are required for any new age or a digitally native brand like Pilgrim to be built. The first is, of course, product strength. And this has always been true. Product has to deliver on whatever promises we are making to the consumer at the price point which we're trying to serve the consumer. Second is branding skills. Both of these skills were perhaps also true in the old world. Third is a slightly new age skill, which is in the startup world was called as growth hacking or digital marketing. This is a skill which is often found missing in many of the large companies, and which is why space for digitally native brands is there at all. If you combine all 3 with good unit economics, you will see multiple digital consumer brands getting scaled very, very fast and actually taking away market share from the incumbents.
It is now my absolute honor to invite on stage one of the most renowned brand gurus and founders of Harish Bajur Consults Inc. We will be unveiling the ET Now Best Brands Coffee Table Book 2024. So I'm going to request Mr. Bajur to click the button and we'll have the unveiling of the Coffee Table Book on the screen. Here we go.
The event witnessed an insightful presentation on the 7th edition of the Best Brands Conclave 2024, unveiling the findings behind the most powerful brands of the year. Let's take a look.
Good evening, everyone. We'll just quickly take you through as to how we have arrived at the best brands thing. We have taken the rating assignments and we have indexed the score using the weightages. These are the 12 parameters that have been considered, and which is number of years in India operations, turnover, number of employees, growth rate year on year, market share, innovation, ad spends, social media imagery and positive opinion about the brand, green leadership, offline presence, e-commerce presence, and other awards recognition in the last 3 years. Each of these 12 parameters are actually assessed on the 5-point scale. That these are the weightages that are being given. And as you can see that the turnover, which has got the highest weightage, which is 20%, followed by the number of years in the operations, market share, offline presence, e-commerce presence, innovation. These are the ones which been weighted 10%, and the rest of the one are for the been rated for 5%. Weightage given for 5%.
All right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are now about to get started with the felicitations over here. Let's also welcome them with a huge round of cheers. So very first brand that we're about to felicitate. Let's put our hands together for Thought Focus Information Technologies.
We are known for solving real-world challenges with innovative solutions. We leverage a diverse team of 3,000 technology professionals spanning 5 different continents. We are dedicated to empowering businesses to grow through strategic transformation. And we push boundaries, shape industries, and help businesses to thrive. Better future faster together with Thought Focus.
Up next, let's invite WebGear Group of Schools.
In this time and in this age, where technology seems to be taking us further away, our involvement with children and students, because we are a very student-centric educational institution group, that's what will keep us going. Otherwise, I don't see a future where students can't be involved in that kind of connection that we build over the years with them, because finally they'll graduate and move out. But as long as they're with us, that's the bond that we build, which they'll remember and recall for a very long time to come.
Let's move ahead and invite for NACS.
We are not just selling equipment, but we are building business. That's what we believe. That's who we are. Fornex collaborate with customers to conduct feasibility studies, purchase raw material, sells their products, license as well, to ensure their success. This approach is not only for customer satisfaction, but it also leads to long-term loyalty and sustainable growth, which makes Fornex a unique brand.
Icon Solar and Power Technologies.
We have our presence in all the digital media to showcase our product. to make the brand image in front of the end users, to make a brand persona. Apart from the digital presence, we also go to the people through events, through seminars, and do a lot of events where we have our presence. What's the main crux is, we have to reach the people and they should aware about our brand, so that whenever they are going for the solar panels, they should go for Icon.
Let's put our hands together for 360. One.
At 361, wealth management goes beyond finances. It's about understanding aspirations, honoring legacies, and aligning with values. Guided by our brand purpose, Performance Plus, we deliver measurable financial outcomes paired with extraordinary and personalized care. We are more than a wealth management firm. We are a trusted partner, building enduring relationships rooted in excellence, trust, and purpose, creating meaningful impact for generations to come.
Congratulations, team. Well, up next, let's also ensure a round of applause as we invite India First Life Insurance, the next brand that's being felicitated this evening.
India First Life is a subsidiary of Bank of Baroda, and we are extremely proud of our parentage. With over 1.5 crore active lives being covered and having distribution points spread over 20,000 locations, we make an impact across the length and breadth of India. Our pioneering products and innovative solutions ensure that we meet the evolving needs of our customers. We are a company that dares to think new, strives to do more, stands firm to be honest, and is always willing to be helpful. We are India First Life Insurance.
For the ET Now Best Brands 2024, the next brand that's being felicitated is Headache.
So Headache is a German legacy brand, and it's one of the largest manufacturers of furniture fitting in the world. And it also is the market leader for about 2 decades in India. Now, as a brand, we have been consistently delivering value to our customers by following a customer-first approach, which blends innovation, adaptability with a deep understanding of the consumer and market trends. So if you look as far as the products are concerned, we kind of take into account the mega trends, which are that of individualization, urbanization, and kind of develop products that meet those trends. So we have products like Aventec drawer system, which are very personalized in approach, or we have tiny houses, which address the issue of shrinking spaces in the city.
Well, up next, the brand that's about to be invited. Can we have a killer round of applause for Killer from the house of Keval Kiran Clothing Limited? Honoring and felicitating the trailblazers of excellence, the next brand to be felicitated is SAS.
Customer expectations today are changing rapidly, and as a brand, we try to stay ahead by listening intently, innovating relentlessly, and consistently delivering value. Now, since 1976, SAS has been committed to solving our customers' most pressing business challenges using data at the heart of it, enabling better and faster decisions. Now, over the years, we have continuously invested in our technology, which has helped us stay at the forefront of analytics and AI.
The next brand that we're about to felicitate this evening, Streaks.
If you look at it, our brand, right, it's a 2 decades old brand, and we've been staying relevant and still continuously evolving the entire innovation. And that's because of the evolving marketing strategies. The consumer, the Gen Z who we really want to connect, and even the millennials for that matter, And influencer marketing is a very big piece for us. In fact, we are very unique when it comes to us, that we have a streaks professional where, we really address the professional. So there's a build strategy. We build our brand there and we are milking it inside with the streaks retail. So that's a unique combination. Again, we utilize for our marketing strategies to build on it. The third one is that, the e-commerce is again becoming a very important channel, and that itself is, we are the discovery of newer innovations are happening on the e-commerce, and we are very much there on those relevant platforms. So in all, we are really working towards and being relevant and staying relevant with the consumer wherever that person is there by offering, and doing all the marketing strategies which is targeted to them.
Moving ahead, let's now invite Micro Braffio on stage, please.
In this space, typical operators, they build inventory and sell. As opposed to Micrographio, we design and build curated solutions for every customer. We have done for hundreds of customers as we speak now. So this automatically keeps us upbeat and evolving to the trends in the market. Also, we have an active mechanism to capture the market trends and continuously improve our offerings.
Fit in a fabulous round of applause for the next brand that's being felicitated, Fit Pass.
FitPass Secure is something that we launched post-COVID, when companies had also started understanding why the health of their employees is important. And when they talk about healthy profits, it's not just about their balance sheets or about just how the company is doing, but also about the health of the employees and the staff that they have. Something that what we push with FitPass Secure is also how FitPass had brought together workouts, nutrition, AI coaching, FitPass TV, doctor consultations, other health benefits, and how the employees get everything holistically and together when they want to focus on their wellness.
All right, then let's move ahead and invite Safex Group.
From the day of inception in 1991, Safex had a customer-centric policy. It has helped to reach 3 million farmers across the country and winning their trust. Safex supplies largest range of agrochemicals, fulfilling all customer needs. Safex has one of the highest growth rates in the industry from the last 6 years. That has helped Safex to become a very popular brand in the country.
Can we please have a healthy round of applause for Saifi Hospital?
When we talk about healthcare marketing, numerous online channels and D2C channels like online websites, social media promotions, etc. have evolved very rapidly in our sector. However, we are in the business of treating human beings, so human being can only be your brand ambassador to market your strategies. Hence, your strategy should be to focus around human-centric marketing. Finally, an online ad or a billboard can never beat the charm of human beings in flesh and blood.
NRB Bearings, can we have a round of applause as well as we cheer for one another?
We manufacture products which are sustainable and they have value created in terms of the partnerships that we form with the companies that are actually using our products. These companies are marquee companies. They are innovating and designing cars, trucks, general applications for industry, which are cutting edge. And NRB Bearings co-designs this, it co-produces it in a manner that our IP is respected. And our brand is all about the product innovation that it stands for and the people behind it.
Congratulations to all the names, all the brands that have been felicitated. I must say thank you for being a brilliant audience. Thank you for being such a patient audience and for such a cheering audience as well. This is Kavya Chavali signing off. Thank you so much.